I have a burning question. Am I unique? Was there another born that day?
Another child? I have no knowledge of this. I was not present at your birth. Why do you ask such a strange question?
In my vision, I saw it would be better to show you. Is it possible? Can I share my vision with you?
Yes, you can. I would be happy to share that day. I have long regretted not seeing you come into this world.
Koda is in danger. If Black Wolf returns to find him, it won't end well. I will take him to White Eagle. He will be safe there. He is beautiful, Unagasi.
Thank you for your gift of the feather, Una. He will be called Koda, friend of the eagle.
That is the perfect name, and you are welcome. The feather is for your protection. We must go. Stay safe, dear Unagasi. Chisti will protect you two and see you make it out safely.
No, that is definitely not me. Who are you?
Who are you?
This is most confusing, to say the least. I am not sure what to make of this information. I see how this could weigh heavy on you.
And Black Wolf said my mother was seen flying to the clouds with me in her arms. But it was Una that was to take me to White Eagle. You were not in my vision. Where were you? What can you tell me of this?
Where I was, I will explain, tell you everything I know. It was a full blood moon, much like this night. Black Wolf was against the joining of the clans from the beginning. He vowed to harm your mother to stop it. Before your birth, I took Unagasi and Chisti to a secluded place. Chisti called out to Una for help, and I set out to deal with Black Wolf. We crossed paths near this very spot. He came out of the shadows on the edge of the misty woods. He was already fully turned and feral under the blood moon, snarling like an untamed beast. He looked ready to attack, and I turned to protect myself in case he came at me. He let go a loud howl, loud enough for the whole clan to hear, challenging me for leadership of the clan. He wanted to halt the joining. I howled back at him, accepting his foolish challenge. We lunged at each other and battled for what seemed like hours. I got an advantage and I took it. I gained the upper hand and I subdued him, thinking he had enough, that he knew he was no match for me. I let him go and soon found he had set a trap. As he stood there, weakened, a shooting star came down from the heavens. As it passed under the moon, the sky opened up. The star shot back out to space and revealed Black Wolf's bloodthirsty horde. Without time for a thought, I raised my hands and they started to glow. A pulse of energy left my hands and the skinwalkers vanished in fire and smoke. Black Wolf stood and watched as I defeated his second wave. As I raised my glowing hand to him, he vanished into thin air, escaping into the shadows. 2 more waves were closing in, one in front and one behind. Needing more strength, I turned from wolf to bear and positioned myself for what was to come. The mob to my left were nearly on me, then the right. They were coming in droves. If 10 fell, there was 10 more behind them. 20 men fell, then 30, 40, 50. They just kept coming. Black Wolf was nowhere to be found. He planned this all along. He sacrificed all those men just to gain the advantage. He knew my defeat would not come one-on-one. I was beginning to tire, so I decided I would gather up all the power I had left and let it go in one big burst. This needed to be done. I took a deep breath and stilled myself until my whole body was bathed in blue light. Then I let it all go. A pulse went out in all directions, and it was over. I let out a final roar, calling Black Wolf out to show his face and finish this once and for all. As the glow left me, I was drained. My strength was gone and my magic depleted. That was his opportunity. He came out from the shadows, behind me like a thief in the night. And then... darkness. It was over. He is a coward, a man with no honor. I found myself standing as a human next to Black Wolf, staring down at my old friend, the one that was always there. I felt a tug, and we were drawn toward this light. I found myself in the Nexus, bathed in a blue-white light, in the presence of Unela Nuhi. I have never known such peace. He spoke to me, and he said,
"You have made the ultimate sacrifice, giving your life to save others. There is no greater deed in all of creation, earning you a place at my side in the spirit realm. But now you must go back. Unagasi is in distress and needs you. Go. Now. No time to waste."
When I returned to your mother, she was alone and frantic, pacing back and forth, clutching the feather and saying, "She is gone. They took her." I asked her, who was taken? But she couldn't remember. This eventually would have driven her mad, so to calm her, I made her forget. I always assumed she was speaking of Chisti, since she seems to have vanished. After your mother calmed, she remembered you were safe with White Eagle. She mentioned nothing of another child. Between Unagasi's words and your vision, I am beginning to wonder if the girl may be your twin sister.
A twin sister? Do you really think it is possible? If this girl is who Mother was speaking of, who would have taken her?
Is it possible? With all we know, there is a chance. Normally I would say this reeks of Black Wolf, but if what he said was truth, she must be safe. One thing is for sure. There are only two that know the truth, Chisti and Unelanuhi. I wonder, could Chisti be with the girl?
I need to find Vision Girl. She both saw me and talked to me. There must be a connection there. Maybe I can reconnect with her.